So for the new members, let me introduce a bit. So far we have learned lots of like vocabs and grammars, but it's still like for the early part of the learning Japanese. So recently we just started the chapter 7. But don't worry for those who missed the few first class or the first part of the Japanese learning. All of it is uploaded in the YouTube channel. It's in the Nihongo chat. If you scroll up a bit, I wrote the YouTube channel. I replied to a message. So that link is the YouTube channel. It's called Nihon Culture. So every class is recorded and uploaded there. So you can just refer anytime, anywhere. And so far, we've learned for this chapter, it's just chapter 7, we already did the reading practice. And we entered a bit of vocabulary, but we couldn't finish it, so we'll be continuing the vocabulary. So then, I guess we'll start then. So the last we left off would be the E adjective, or in other words, it is
Oh, who wants to read?
E what? What do you call it?
Ikeyoshi.
So kiyoshi is basically adjective. Adjectives. Ikiyoshi. So ikiyoshi basically most of it ends with the hiragana of i, if you notice at the end. So I guess the first one, anyone wants to read this?
Assuming no one wants to give it a shot, I'll be the next guy to try it. If there's any volunteers.
Go ahead.
Anyone wants to read? I guess. Okay, then for the first one, those are children.
Okay, so we have atamagai, which is basically bright, smart, clever, anything that relates to being intelligent. And conversely, you could say atamaga warui. That means calling them stupid or dumb or something. Or in,
So,
but you want to be simple and just want to say baka, baka.
so
So,
the opposite would be atama ga warui. Warui. So basically, this one is like a combination of the what you call it, noun and a adjective, adjective. So atama itself means head. Atama itself means head. And then ga, means good actually. Good. Like yoi or so it comes from the word yoi. Yoi. Good. Atama ga and then for the opposite of it will be atama ga warui. Or according like what Shazin mentioned, you can also use basically saying baka. So, baka, which is stupid. Baka. But other than saying, if you want to say clever too, there's another way of saying which is kashikoi.
kashikoi.
So, kashikoi. Which is, it means clever too. Kashikoi. はい。この人は賢い。
かわいい。
Oh no. Oh no.
Hmm?
It's my
What's happening? Wow.
Oh no.
Is this
Has
Discord?
have I been resigned by the internet?
Oh, I see. Is it?
I've also had a disconnect as well. You're not alone.
I wonder why. Is Discord?
Server wide issues, I think.
Yeah. Huh. なんで
Also,
でしょう。ごめんなさい。
no, it's alright. It's alright. It's okay.
ちょっと待って。Let me reshare again. Yeah. Until where did you hear me?
Okay.
Kikoimasu.
Okay. Until where did I stop before I started disconnecting?
Kashkoi
Oh, Kashkui? Really? Wow.
Kashkoi.
or Atamagai.
Oh, I see. I see. I stopped there. Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh no. What is wrong with Discord? I'm scared.
You're not alone.
Oh no.
Hitoribochi janai desu yo.
I'll try resharing again. Is it okay? Is it okay? Please do not disappear. Please do not disappear. Is everything okay? Okay. Okay, so I guess I stopped at Kashkoi, clever.
so
Oh. So the next one is kawaii. So kawaii, of course, I think everyone knows what it means. It means cute.
so
But if you want to say the opposite of it, it is actually busu, although it's not recommended.
Oh, actually, I've been reminded of that one scene. No,
Mm-hmm.
not that one scene. It's not really a spoiler. It's early in the series. I remember that one scene where two girls were like calling them names. One girl calls the other girl Busu, and then
Mm.
the other girl calls them Tepe Chapai.
Pepe Chapai?
which up?
Yes, Tepe Chapai.
What
I've
is
And
it?
never heard of that.
apparently Tepe Chapai translates to small breasted.
Ah, I see.
Okay.
I guess I've never heard of that, but I guess the one that is commonly used is busu, which means ugly. So busu. So okay, next one. どうぞ会長。
はい。背が高い。
そうそうそう。背が高い。So this one means tall, basically. So the word "se" itself kind of means like height, actually. Height. Se. And then takai means tall. But of course, the kanji of takai can mean two things, which is tall or expensive, actually. But this one is more to price.
So,
For example, like あの値段がちょっと高い。値段が高い。値段が高い。So this one is more to like the price is a bit expensive. So if you want to say that that person is tall, あの人は背が高いです。So 背が高い。So the opposite of it is 背が低い actually. This
Sega.
one. So 背背が低い。So 背 of course again is height, and then 低い is kinda, it means like short in terms of height, short. There's another word for short which is 短い. 短い. This one also means short, but for this one 短い, you use for like length, like maybe from this distance to this distance is 短い, or you want to say the length of the skirt is short, so you say スカートがちょっと短い. So this one is more to length, not height. So 短い. So for height you use 低い. This one. Hikui. And then the last one. Anyone else wants to try this one? なんでしょう?
Somebody, I pay.
This one.
Okay, if no one else is trying this, I'll just try it myself. So we have the term nagai. And apparently the first kanji for
Hello.
nagai has been seen
Oh
in
no.
a lot of kanji.
It's
Like for
okay.
example,
Hold on.
seicho. Seicho meaning mature or develop. The second kanji for seicho is the same kanji used in nagai.
So.
Yeah. Who who
So,
who wanted to reply just now?
Kanemi. But I guess next one I'll give Kanemi to read.
Okay.
So. Okay. So this one is nagai. So nagai means actually it means long.
Mm.
So long. So if you want to say, for example, this movie is a bit long in terms of time. So you can say, この映画はちょっと長いので時間がかかります or something like that. So 長い long. Or you want to say, my hair is long. 私の髪の毛が長いです。or 髪が長いです。So 髪 which is hair.
はい。
It's hair. But depending on the kanji too. Because there's also a word kami which means God or kami which means paper. But this one is hair, kami. Okay, next one maybe kanemi. So.
Hayai, which means fast or quick in
So.
English.
So. Hayai. Which means fast or quick. So. Hayai. So this one is there's also two kanjis actually. For hayai is this one which is like, if you can't really see it, it's hayai. And there's also this one. Hayai. So this one is more to like, I guess, speed. In terms of speed. But this one is more to like, I guess, early kind of meaning. For example, you want to see early in the morning. So asa hayaku. Like asa hayai. So na. Asa hayai, something like that. That kind of meaning, which means early. But it can also means fast. But if you want to use for speed more, you use this one actually. The kanji itself. But
I
in terms
think
of the meaning,
sorry. Yes. We. Okay. So there's two ways to say hayai: the
mm,
early hayai and the fast hayai. So that
mm.
means it is similarly applied to osoi.
Osoi. So. Osoi is the opposite of hayai, which means slow. ちょっと待って、is that two kanji with it? 遅い? I guess osoi uses this kanji a lot more actually. Also, oh my god, my kanji. Osoi, which means slow. But, right, which means slow. But there's also another kanji, which is this one, which is also osoi. But this one kind of means like late night. So, but I guess in terms of speed, they use this one more. Osoi. So, this is the opposite of hayai. So, osoi. And then this one is hayai. Next one, maybe Nisei-san? どうぞ。
何ああ、
This one.
無理。まだ。
Okay, no worries. Then,
Um,
I guess if you know
無理。
if you know the English one, maybe you can try. ダメ? Okay, no worries. Then, Satoru, どうぞ。Huh?
Like read? Oh, okay. So,
I'm so sorry.
Okay. 短い。
そう。短い。さあ、 Mijikai, which is the one that I introduced, which is short actually. Short in terms of length. Mijikai. Mijikai, the opposite of nagai. So, short. And again, remember if you want to use for height, you use hikui, not mijikai. Seiga hikui. So that one is for the e adjective. So for adjective, there are two types, which is the e adjective, ikeyoshi, and then the other one is na keyoshi, which is the na adjectives.
So,
So, na keyoshi. That's what you call it. Yoshi. So, yeah, for the na keyoshi, there's this one. Maybe 小姐豆豆. Is it?
Hang on. Okay, yeah. So we have the shinsetsuna. So we have a shinsetsuna, which means kind. So basically, you want to say shinsetsuna sensei or shinsetsuna hito.
そう。親切な. 親切な means kind. So 親切な先生, 親切な人, 親切な友達. Basically, you are describing what kind of person is that. So 親切な. There's also another one which means 優しい, which is 優しい.
Yasashi is, I believe, to be more to. It's an adjective in ikeyoshi. And the way you use yasashi, you use it for kind and you use it for gently.
So. So that is kind, or gentle. And there's also the meaning of easy actually. For example, like questions. More to questions kind of easy meaning. So for example, この問題. Mondai means problem. Or like question, この問題は優しい. So meaning this problem or this question is easy. It can be in terms of that. Or you can also, あの人は優しい人. You can also use that. For 優しい, this one is actually the e adjective. The one that we learn about this. E adjective. So, 優しい.
Can also be used as nicely.
So. It can also be used as nicely. So. Like, 優しく. For example, you want to say you pet that cat nicely, right? So, 優しくその猫を撫でる? Was it 撫でる? 撫でる. ちょっと待って。撫でる。そう。その猫を優しく撫でてください. Pet that cat gently, nicely. So, 優しく. This one is more to like 優しく. You conjugate that e adjective.
柔らかく.
そう。柔らかく is more to like softly.
Soft. Or you could just say mofu.
そう。So, 柔らかい. はい. Which is e adjective actually. Adjective. 柔らかい. So 柔らかい means soft actually. この枕は柔らかいか。枕 means pillow. この枕は柔らかい。
And hence where the term dakimakura.
そう。dakimakura means the pillow that you.
Body pillow.
そう。the body pillow.
Also, I wanted to give out a simple fun fact. There's this car manufacturer. The name is McLaren, and the way the Japanese people pronounce McLaren is McLaren, and they just took the term makura and to refer the McLarens.
Oh, I see. Because it's quite similar to the pronunciation actually. そう。Okay. Next one. 会長どうぞ。
なんだい? 便利.
そう。便利。And then it's 仲良し、便利な。
人の名前みたい.
人の名前。そう。Ben. or Bentley or something like that, right?
便利、おはよ Genki desu ka? Do da yo, kodomo ga ii ka?
そう、人の名前みたい。そうそうそう。便利な。So 便利な means convenient. So you want to say like for example, this phone is quite convenient. この携帯は便利です。便利だ。そう。便利。If it's like the opposite, which is not convenient, you say 不便。
不便。
そうそう。不便。
はい。
This is the opposite of it. 不便。Which is not convenient.
不便か。
不便。そうそうそう。Okay, next one is maybe 金見さん、どうぞ。
歌う。
そうそうそう。
そう。
歌う。So this one starting here is the U verb, which is what level is it? Rachel?
Pardon? Oh, utao. Since this that mean that is goldan.
So 五段 in Japanese for U verb it's called 五段。五段動詞 actually. 五段動詞
Goldan
which
doshi.
means five level verb because it can be conjugate to different the way to conjugate this verb is quite a lot, like it changes a lot. So there's 5 ways of conjugating it. So the first one is utau, which is to sing. But if you want to make it a noun, you just change it, it'll become uta, which is
Yeah, correct. Which is to sing. Singing.
no song.
Oh, yes, correct.
So uta means song. And there's another word for song
Bukan
verb.
song ongaku ke?
I mean, uta is I guess it's more to like music, I guess, song or music actually.
Okay, never mind.
But ongaku is also another word of sing a song or ongaku is more to music, I guess.
Sasuga Nihongo.
So they have a lot of way of saying one meaning actually. Ongaku, which means music. There's also another word for song, which is kyoku. And I kind of like the kanji of it. It looks like a guitar. Punya string. So, kyoku, which means song.
あれは便利です。
So you basically just make like unfinished box and then you make lines and then you make a middle line and then close the box. Kyoku.
ギターみたいに。
Guitar みたい。そうそう。曲。So that is another word for song. So. Okay, next one. チャットルメンどうぞ。
かぶる。
そうそうそう。かぶる。Which means to put on. So usually this one is more to a hat. So for example, hat is in Japanese. Does anyone know?
カップ。
Excuse me?
帽子。
帽子。
あ、そうそう。帽子。
カップじゃない何カタカ
I
ナは使わない
mean, you can also use the katakana, which is cap, which is キャップ。
これは sad です。
キャップ。
Subaru wa cap wo kaberu.
そうそう、キャップをかぶる
Oh,
or 帽子を
there's a term. 猫をかぶる。
そうそうそうそう。猫をかぶる which is like a term for like as if you are like your personality is something else, but you are pretending to be like a very nice person. It kind of means like that.
Why is neko affiliated?
I wonder why. Why neko?
Are they saying cats are evil?
I mean,
You're tidur
black
je.
cats are quite a taboo in Japan. They are associated with black magic.
Oh my.
So
Hence
black
Kumamon
cat.
is like that, is it?
I mean, Kuma is a bear actually.
Have you seen Of course you've seen Kumamon.
Kumamon is a bear, so technically it's not a cat.
But it's so cute though, despite the name.
Yeah, I mean, Kumamon have attitude too. It's quite sassy.
Ya Allah. Kumamon, I want one.
So for this one is boshi o kaburu. So boshi, which means hat. Boshi. Or for those who maybe like, like hijab or tudong, you just say hijab or kaburu. So, kaburu, to wear something, to put something on, usually on head. So, if it's like to put on like clothes, it's kiru. Kiru. Quite similar to the pronunciation of cut, but this one is, the kanji is different. Kiru. So, this one, which is to wear, to put on clothes or to wear. Kiru. So, okay, next one, 下一件どうぞ。
Okay, so we have shiru. So basically to know.
So, shiru. Okay, might as well read this too. 下一件。
So we have shitteimasu and shirimasen. So shitteimasu means you knowing, or like like knowing basically. And shirimasen is you don't know. But you mostly, if you just say I don't know, you still say wakarimasen. I still need to further understand the difference between wakaru and shiru. Wakaru is like getting, like knowing, but and then shiru is more like understanding, if I'm not mistaken.
It's actually the opposite. Wakaru is to understand. Wakarimasu is understand. Wakarana is to not understand. But shiru is to know, actually. To know.
Ah, okay.
So. Shiru. So the first one is shiru, which is to get to know or to know something. Shiru. So usually there's these two, what you call it? It's like a fixed word, which is shitteimasu. Basically, if someone asks you like, do you know about it? So if you know about it, this is like the way of answering it. Shitteimasu. So shitteimasu. You don't answer it as shirimasu. You answer it as shitteimasu. Because you currently know. This one is like a bit related to the grammar we will learn later. But you currently know it. So you have to make it into this form. You have to conjugate it. So the answer to like the question, do you know it? It's if you want to answer that you know it, then it's shitteimasu.
Shitteimasu yo.
So. However, if you want to say that you do not know, it is not shitteimasen. No, you use shirimasen. So this one is quite fixed already, the way of answering it. So shirimasen, which is I do not know. So for example, you want to ask like, oh, do you know this this sensei? この先生を知っていますか? You know, someone will ask that. Then if you know that sensei, you'll be like, 知っています. But if you do not know that person or sensei, 知りません. So. So this is the way of answering. It's quite fixed. So this one is better to remember actually. So 知っています and 知りません. 知っています and 知りません. So, okay, next one is 会長どうぞ. No?
住む。
そう。住む which is to live at. Usually to live at some place. And usually for this verb, you use it as 住んでいます. 何々に住んでいます. For example, Malaysia, the front part is the place. Malaysia ni, this is the particle you use for this verb. Malaysia ni 住んでいます. So, 何々でいます or ています is a grammar that we will learn later. This one is there's a lot of meaning, so it might take some time to finish this chapter's grammar actually. So this one I'll explain better later. So usually they use it 住んでいます. But basically 住む is to live at. So okay. And the next one maybe Kanemi-san, どうぞ.
Haku.
そう。haku. So haku means like to put on haku, which is usually items below your waist. For example, like pants. Pants, pants じゃない。pants, which is pants. pants はちょっと違う。pants is like more to the underwear, but if it's pants, like the long pants is zubon. Zubon, which is the long pants actually. Zubon. Usually they use what you call it, katakana actually. Zubon. So this one is the long pants. So long pants. Zubon を履く usually. 大丈夫ですか？
Zubon.
Zubon. So zubon, long pants. Or sometimes you want to say jeans, then jeans を履く。So
Jeans.
jeans.
Zubon.
そうそう。Next one, maybe サトルメンどうぞ。
太り。
this one?
太る。
そう、太る。And then straight away this one?
太っています。
そうそうそう。太っています。ています。So 太る means to gain weight or basically to gain weight. Since this is the rule, it's a verb which is to gain weight. But if you want to describe that person is like, usually the other word would be fat. It's 太い。太い。They use the same kanji, but this one is more to the e adjective. So 太い. But 太る is the verb of it, which is to gain weight. For example, the word is like if you eat a lot, you'll gain weight. So たくさん食べると太りますよ. Something like that. So 太る. And then if it's like ています, which is the grammar that we learn, 太っています. So basically you are like to say that you are at the, chubby side or you are at the fat side, basically. 太っています. Or you are saying that currently I am fat, basically. 今ちょっと太っています。そうそう。太っています。But the opposite, if you want to say that you are losing weight, basically is 痩せる。ちょっとね。痩せる。痩せる。which is to lose weight. This one. そう。
痩せる。
そう、痩せる。今ちょっと、for example, you want to say that person is a bit, skinny or losing weight. あの人ちょっと痩せてるよね。痩せていますね。そう。そうそう。痩せる。which is to lose weight. 痩せる。Okay, next one is the rule verbs. The rule verbs in Japanese is?
Ya, ichi, itulah ichi dan.
そうそうそう。一段。So if it's the rule verb, as I mentioned, it is go down. Go down doshi, which is 5 level. But if it's the rule verb, which it ends with ru at the end, it is ichidan, which is the 1 level actually. This is because it's the way of they conjugate the verb later. 1 level. So the first one, シャジュンどうぞ。シャジュン
So we have megane or kakeru.
そうそうそう。メガネをかける。メガネをかける。So メガネ is usually glasses or spectacles. Glasses or spectacles. Oh, and then so the verb to say that you put on your glasses is kakeru. So kakeru itself kinda means like hang actually. To hang. So basically you are hanging your glasses onto your ears, right? So that's why they use kakeru. So
Hang on, I'm gonna transfer from my PC to my phone for a while.
Okay, no worries.
Oh, I see. Okay.
そうそう。メガネをかける. Sometimes they use the word メガネ in katakana too, actually.
Oh, like
め、
megane?
そうそう。メガネ. Sometimes. But they actually have the what you call it? ちょっと待って. The kanji, if I'm not mistaken. So, they have the kanji of it, actually. But the kanji, since the kanji is a bit difficult to write, so most of them usually use this one or the hiragana of it. The kanji itself is quite difficult, which is this one. And then there's kinda like a kin, and then tatsu, and then miru.
Oh, I guess I understand the reasoning as to why they do like that.
Mm.
But why can't they just
そうそう。
box in May?
It's kind of me and a box, might
Yeah,
as well.
exactly. I feel like that would solve all will hunger, don't you think?
True, true.
We've
I
gone
wonder
so
why.
far. Kuni, I would understand like, if Kuni is much more complicated, right? But Kuni literally
Mm.
looks like, I don't know, a tattoo that anyone could get for free. But like
I
all of a
guess
sudden, Megane and like, oh, you'd think, or maybe it's the Tetris type. No, it's not. This one
I
is
guess
seriously.
in terms of the meaning of it, I guess it's because this one itself is actually like eyes too. Eyes or like meaning like eyeball actually. This kanji itself. And then this one, I guess if you were to kind of separate it, this one is like gold, kin, right? Gold, the kinyobi no kin. And then this one is to stand, tatsu, stand. And then this one kind of is a bit similar to miru, which is to look. So it's like go stand, used to look. I guess
Again,
so.
May in box is very it's very
I have
doable.
to agree with that. Me in a box would make more sense and easy
I
to remember.
I don't understand the things that's supposed to be complicated in theory. It's not big. For example, kami, right? Is
Mm-hmm.
defeated by paper, right? Like kami in kanji is like, get that crap out of my face, paper. Heck, even hair is much more lines than God.
True. So we have this one, kami, which
Uh-huh.
means God. Kami, God. And then we also have the hair one. Oh no, I don't like writing the hair one.
Because it's quite
Which is,
complicated.
yeah. And then this one, kami, which is also hair. This one is hair. And then we have paper kami, which is this one,
You
kami.
see, again, if I were to ask someone, okay, tell me who's Kami, right? Most probably people say the middle or the top right. I'll say, no, 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 it's Kami. On the left.
So this one is something to be careful in Japanese. So you have the same what you call it pronunciation, but different kanji and different meaning. Total different meaning.
Different
So
difficulty
yes,
as well.
megane. So different difficulty actually. True. So this one is megane o kakeru, to put on glasses. So next one is the one that I introduced actually just now, which is kiru. Kiru, which is this one is more to like to put on clothes or to wear, which is usually used for above your waist. So, for example, jacket o kiru. You wear a jacket, to put on a jacket. So, T-shirt o kiru, that kind of meaning, kiru. And then we have 会長どうぞ。
Stomeru.
そうそうそう。勤める。So, 勤める means to work for. For example, you want to say, I work at this company. So you say, この会社。会社 means company. 会社。
Kaisha.
会社。そう。company. この会社に勤める。勤めています。So usually you use 勤めています because 出ています because you are currently and then planning to still going to work at that company. So you use te imasu. It's a grammar thingy we will learn later. So stomeru basically to work
Mm.
for. So next one maybe Kanemi-san どうぞ。
せる、
So
Mm.
yaseru and then this one?
痩せています。
そうそうそうそう。痩せる and ね、痩せています。So this one is the one that I explained is the opposite of futoru. So this one is yaseru. So the reason why this is different is because this one is the go on the 5 levels. So if you change it, for example, you want to say you are not gaining weight, so you will say futoranai. So you have to change the ru verb. But if it's the ru hiragana. If it's the ru verb, you don't have to change the ru. You just simply replace this with nai. Yase nai. That's why it's different. This one, I guess, one day we'll do a revision on how to conjugate, I guess.
Mm.
So,
Shazin wrote, Maiko wa
oh,
okashi nanka.
you can't talk, is it? I guess this one has been having quite a problem actually recently. So I guess I really do not know for that one. I'm so sorry, Shazrin.
Or you could go back to your phone. Because the phone was alright.
So.
Mm-mm.
Okay, next one is Satoru men, どうぞ。
結婚する。
そうそうそう。結婚する。結婚する。So basically this one is to get married. So the particle you use is to, which is usually means with. So この人と結婚する。そうあの人と結婚する。友達と結婚する。そういう意味。そう結婚する。So this one is irregular verb, what you call it, which is in Japanese is
変革動詞。
そう変革動詞。変革動詞。So, 変革動詞 which is irregular verb because it uses the word the suru at the end. Suru and kuru is irregular verbs. So far, any question? 大丈夫ですか？
今はない。
はい。I guess today we'll also be covering the vocabs only because there's quite a lot of vocabs there. So last one is adverbs or other expression, other 表現. So the first one is, I guess it's just a hiragana, which is ga. So this one actually means like but, actually. However or but. For example, how do I say this? For example, you want to say this person is cute, but she's short, for example. So you would say この人は可愛いですが、けど is also but actually. 可愛いけど but けど is more to like conversation use. そうそう、けど。
It could mean although, it could mean but.
そうそうそう、although or but. So you know, この人は可愛いですが、背がちょっと低い、for example. So this one is you use ga. So that is for, you know, like daga. Sometimes if it's you use like na keyoshi, you use daga. You add da and then ga. So I guess this one we'll see later on. So ga, nani nani ga, but. And then next one is どうぞ Shazrin.
Okay, hang on. So nanimo, yeah, that's nanimo. I've heard that there's a lot of word people saying nanimo nai, nanimo nai, nanimo arimasen.
そうそうそうそう。 This one is nanimo. Nanimo. So usually nanimo you add with something negative. So for example, the one that Shazrin said, nanimo nai. Nanimo nai. So nai itself is a negative form. So nanimo nai. So for example, you want to say you cannot hear anything. So you say nanimo kikoe nai. So for example, so you have to change at the end to a negative form. Nanimo. So basically you are saying like not anything. So if it's like nanimo kikoe nai, I cannot hear anything basically. So,
そう。
大丈夫ですか？
大丈夫です。
はい、何も。So the next one, maybe Kanemi-san, どうぞ。This tree. This one?
Nin,
Mm-hmm.
Hitori,
Mm-hmm.
Futari.
そうそうそう。Hitori and futari. So nani nani nin. So usually this one is used to like but this one is like counter for people. Nani nani nin. For example, san nin, yonin, gonin, which is like 3 people, 4 people, 5 people. However, for like 1 person or 2 people, the reading of it is a bit different, a bit special. So this one is better to memorize. If it's 1 person, it is hitori. So it'll become ri. Hitori.
そう。
And then if it's 2 people, it'll become futari. So for the other numbers from 3 and above, you use nin. Even like 100 nin or 1000 nin, 1,000 nin, you know? From 3 and above, you use nin. Only the first 1 and 2, you use hitori and futari. So, okay, next one, Satoru man, どうぞ。
別に。
そう。the most popular word for, tsunderes. So, 別に. So, 別に is usually used with negative. For example, the most popular tsundere word, 別に好きじゃないよ. So, if you notice, they made it in negative form at the end. 好きじゃない. So basically, it means like nothing in particular, 別に. So, for example, you can also use it like 別に itself. For example, someone is asking like, like they notice that you are kind of feeling down, but yet again, you don't really want to say anything. So that person is like, 大丈夫なの? They ask you like, are you okay? Like, then you would reply like, 別に. So, 別に only. So, nothing in particular. So, 別に. So. And then next one we have もしもし. もしもし. Which is the word you use when you are like answering a call. So basically hello. So もしもし. So もしもし誰々いますか? So もしもし. And then we have もちろん. もちろん which is of course. So
Absolutely.
of course. Absolutely. So もちろん of course or absolutely. For example, someone is asking you like ハンバーガーが好きですか? Do you like hamburger? And then you'll be like もちろん. So もちろん of course. Absolutely. So もちろん. So.
So.
And then the last one is よかったら. よかったら. So basically よかったら is like when you are offering someone and then for example you are offering a cookie to someone, then you want to say like if you like to eat it どうぞ, that kind of meaning. So you'll be like よかったらどうぞクッキーを食べてください. That kind of meaning. よかったら if you like. So よかったらお茶を飲んでください. よかったら入ってください. That kind of meaning. So よかったら if you like. So 大丈夫ですか? 質問ありますか? Do you have any question?
ありません。
Thank you for that.
I guess
Daijo boy.
it's already 10:51. So I guess the grammar will continue tomorrow, actually.
Hi.
So the tale is quite a bit long, actually. If you can see by itself, it takes like 3 pages
Mm-mm.
because they have a lot of meaning it's by itself.
Okay.
So, so, so,
じゃあ、
so.
失礼します。
はい、お疲れ様。
Skare.
お疲れ。
So yes, as usual, if you have any question, dozo, I'll be here.
Tater, tater.
So, so.
Fairy tater.
Aku tu tali pinggang boleh guna sekali kan?
Aku, tali pinggang. Let me